While you're waiting for your future spouse to be brought into your life or led to her or him, what are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do to make the most of the situation you're in at the moment, being single, not wanting to be single? But how are you going to make the most of it? And that's the important thing. How are you going to make the most of it? Because if you knew that the bus was coming at a certain time, maybe you're living in a remote place and the bus only comes once a week. You're not going to stay at the bus stop for 7 days and wait for the bus, are you? You know the bus is going to turn up at a certain time. You make the most of that time in between, doing the work around the house, whatever it might be, jobs, chores, visiting people, hobbies, interests, etc. And the Lord wants us to be the same. When I was single, I didn't want to be single. I didn't know what time the Lord was going to bless me with a companion. But I didn't sit around waiting, doing nothing for the Lord. I didn't stop living. I tried to make the most of life and develop my skills, my hobbies and interests, personality, and all these different things. And then when I wasn't actually looking for somebody, the Lord brought Angeline across my path. And during that period of having to wait for so long, having to be tried, I was able to be used by the Lord, and a handful of things that accomplished because of having to wait. So I developed my social skills, my personality. I learnt to play the guitar and bass and drums and keyboard to some degree, to create my own music, write my own songs. I then started teaching people music as well. And that did wonders for my self-esteem. I took up scuba diving and travelled around the road a bit and met many people and grew again in my personality and my self-esteem, discovering new places, having grown in confidence in the Lord's power. I did a lot of hiking, exploring around the mountains and hills, developed that. I took up running. I did lots of wonderful things there. So much more. Obviously involved in youth work twice a week, and developed my skills and used it there, and helped young Christians at the time, who are now in their 40s nearly, to be established. The Lord used me, and I made the most of being single. And that set me in good stead now, because I can't do all those things with children and that. So what are you doing with your life right now? Are you making the most of it? Or are you sitting around feeling sad, or spending all your time going from church to church, or going from one dating site to another, trying to meet somebody, rather than actually making the most of life now? So use your time wisely. Don't waste the years that you're waiting for the Lord to lead you to the right person. And you will be more blessed in your life by doing so.